Hello, my name is Taras and welcome to PHP Dinos. And today we are making a new video, Introduction to PHP and Python, Understanding the Basics. So I'm working as a web developer since 2002. So I have a big experience, especially with PHP development. Then I have started to work with PHP version 3, and currently we have version 8.3, which was released yesterday, as you may know. So I have a solid background in web development in general, and especially in PHP. And why I have decided to create such series of videos. It is because I think you should know the strong sides of each language. There you can use it and why. So we will look into briefly in this area what is PHP, what is Python, common ground of both languages. We will look into PHP in detail, Python in detail, why you should learn both of languages, also upcoming series, and that's all. I think for today it's a great start. Let's do it. So, PHP. PHP is a general purpose scripting language geared towards web development. It was originally created by Danish-Canadian programmer Rasmus Lendorf in 1993 and released in 1995. The PHP reference implementation is now produced by the PHP group. PHP was originally an abbreviation of personal homepage, which is acronym, but now stands for the recursive initialism PHP hypertext processor. PHP code is usually processed on a web server by a PHP interpreter implemented as a module of daemon. It's a Unix term, or Common Gateway Interface, CGI executable on a web server. So PHP is a server-side scripting language. As a result of interpreted and executed PHP code, which may be any type of data, such as generated HTML, binary image data from the part of HTTP response, various web template systems, web content management systems, and web frameworks exist that can be employed to orchestrate or facilitate the generation of that response. Additionally, PHP can be used for many programming tasks outside of web context, such as standalone graphic applications and robotic drone control. PHP code can be also readily executed from the command line. The standard PHP interpreter powered by Z-Engine, the free software released under the PHP license. PHP has been widely ported and can be deployed on most web servers as a variety of operation systems and platforms. The PHP language evolved without written format specification as a standard until 2014, with the original implementation acting as a de facto standard that our implementation aimed to follow. Since 2014, work was done to create the formal PHP specification. The three texts report that of September 2023, PHP is used on 77% of all websites, with all server-wide programming languages we know. It also reports that 60.7% of PHP users use the currently supported 8.x versions. Most of our use unsupported PHP version 7, more specifically 7.4, while 20% use PHP 5, slightly more than use of unsupported PHP 8.x, which is not supported with security fixes, is known to have serious security vulnerabilities. The most likely indicates that these websites are vulnerable. Those using PHP 5.6 .x while does not necessarily indicate that those using 7.x, since Linux distribution as Ubuntu and Debian provide commercial support, and it may be provide security patches for some unsupported 7.x versions such as 7.4 of PHP. So, Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language. Its design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation. Python is dynamically typed and garbage collected. It supports multiple programming paradigms, including structured, practically procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. It is often described as a batteries included language due to its comprehensive standard library. Guida van Rossum began working on Python in the late 1980s as a successor of ABC programming language and first released in 1991 as Python 0.90. Python 2 was released in 2002. Python 3, released in 2008, was a major revision of completely backward compatible with earlier versions. Python 2.7.18, released in 2020, was the latest release of Python 2. Python consistently ranks as one of the most popular programming languages. Comparing to PHP, PHP has also the same structured, particularly procedural style, and it supports object-oriented programming language style. So I recommend you to use object-oriented programming style on both PHP and Python because it has many advantages comparing to procedural languages. And it allows you to make more complex systems using those languages. So, the history of the Python language. Python was conceived in the late 1890s by Guido van Rossum and Centrum Wiskunde en Informatica, CVI, in the Netherlands, as a successor of ABC programming language, which was inspired by Settle, capable of exception handling and interfacing with the Amoeba operation system. Its implementation began in December 1989. Van Rossum shouldered sole responsibility for the project as the lead developer until 12 July 2018, when he announced his permanent vacation from his responsibilities as Python's benevolent dictator for life. A title of Python community bestowed upon him to reflect his long-term commitment as the project chief decision maker. In January 2019, active Python core developers elected a 5-member steering council to lead the project. So, Python 2 was released on October 16, 2000, with many major new features such as list comprehensions, cycle detecting garbage collection, reference counting, and Unicode support. Python 3 released on December 3, 2008, with many of its major features backported to Python 2.6.x and 2.7x. Releases of Python 3 include the 2.3 utility, which automates the translation of Python 2 code into Python version 3. It's shortly the history of both languages. So, what's the common ground of both PHP and Python? They are both interpreted high-level languages with dynamic typing. The open source, except those various Zen products recommended by some which are employed, also are supported by the large development communities, easy to learn compared to C++ or Perl, are easy to extend in C or C++ and Java, are extremely portable. They are run on almost of the platforms inextensible without comparison. Support for variable number or function arguments have the ability to freeze leave objects as a string representation for storing arbitrarily objects on disk, moving them to over the network, etc. They can be converted back to identical objects with data intact. PHP's serialization function, Python's pickle, and Marshall modules. Note that PHP handling of serialized objects and classes is much weaker and error-prone than Python's due to PHP's lack of modules. When an object is serialized, only its attributes are stored, not its members. Thus, the object class must be present with the exact same name in the script that unserialized it. In Python, it has handled automatically with module import framework. This could be handled in PHP autoload, but it's not done automatically. Both support namespaces, support for doc string, pydoc reflection in PHP documenter, support method claiming, have several debuggers and IDEs, support the dates that aren't limited in Unix timestamps, less than 1970 and more than 2038. Built-in support for cascaded bytecode. Built-in support was added in PHP 5.5. Have a standard database APIs, support GTK and Qt, support lambdas and other built-in functional programming constructs, have a single statement, unset will for all data types. Can be used for scripting and generating programming CLI, SAPI, embeds in case of PHP. So, as you can see, those are a long list of features which are both present in PHP and Python. We can continue, but not today. That's all for today. It's enough information for you. We have looked into the common ground and we will look into PHP and Python in detail in the next videos because today's video is long enough for you for the for the first time, if you are starting your web development career and looking to find the best option for you. But why you should learn both? I don't know if you heard such idiom as diamond deal, when you have to decide two options which are not good either. So I can't tell you just like a holy war programming that I prefer to use only one language because it's stupid. So they are both good for web development, especially for backend programmers. And Python has amazing frameworks as Django and Flask. It is good for data analysis, scripting. It has amazing sklearn library, which allows you to analyze big data. For machine learning, it's very good. And Python's growing popularity in education and data science. Unlike that, PHP has a good frameworks like Laravel, Symfony, Yi, and other web frameworks. It also has a lot of content management system, like WordPress, as you may know. It is used on a lot of websites. So both languages are good, and you should learn both of them. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Let's dive into deep into both PHP and Python together and enjoy our ride. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. Come back to see more PHP videos in this series or other series which will help you to learn PHP and Python better and to be a cool web developer. Bye bye.